Alright, so today I've got a fun little prank that I'm playing on Zach and Tate. Recently, Tate has really kind of become enamored with the EDFs, and, well, I think Zach's just a jet guy by default. But both of them have their favorite planes, and recently, Tate's F-22 went down at Zach's hands. Yeah! So, I decided, well, I'd get him a new F-22. Unfortunately, I'm punking him because today he gets a Banana Hobbies plane. Okay, so Tate has certain airplanes he's partial to. Today we got him one of those. This is definitely in a favorite category for Tate. Good luck.
Oh dear. So, normally we would have had this outer packaging off already, but Jared wants this to be a complete surprise, so I guess you have to see the expression. Why am I nervous? Alright, here we go. Bear with me, folks. Let's do this. I haven't looked down yet. I don't know what I'm up against. You tell me. What is it? Oh, it's an F-22. Okay. Come out of the box. All right. So what we have here? Oh no! It's from BlitzRCWorks. We have had such a mixed bag with these guys. This is going to be interesting. So looking at this, it claims. I can't stop laughing, this is bad. It claims to be a 50mm ducted fan. Works, excuse me, works with the 20-amp brushless ESC and has stickers applied. Okay, now this says it's the plug and play. Let's see, because the box says it's the ARF. Almost ready to fly, those of you who are wondering what the acronyms mean.
It's a BlitzRCWorks plane, almost ready to fail.
Oh, okay, thanks. Almost ready to fail, Jared says. All right, first things first, here's the packaging. So we're used to some kind of foam, but everything's nicely taped into place. So that's winning. And this is probably the nicest manual we've seen from Blitz yet. So, you know, Jared's trying to hose me over here, but maybe they're hosing him. Yeah, let's find out. Very small little wing halves here. Oh, I want to get one of these out of the package. You've got to see these. There's like... All right, try not to cut the foam open. Oh, they're individually wrapped and taped together. Jared, what have you done to me?
Oh, it's the BlitzRCWorks plane.
There we go. Okay, so there's no sparring in here whatsoever. It's just straight foam. Very stiff live foam hinge, but all right, there we go. We've got it loosened up a bit. We'll be applying our own servos. Clean that one up later. Let's see what we've got for rudders. All right. Well, it looks like with all of our other experiences with these small scale EDFs, we don't have rudders, just vertical stabilizers. All right, what's the secret to this bag? Oh, come on. Don't let the bag win. There we go. All right, bag is open. Yep. Not a bad decal, at least. I mean, yeah, okay. All right, here is our horizontal stabilizers, packaging taped to, what are you? Oh man, this tape may be stronger than the planes. What is this thing? This is a, double axis gyro included. Okay. Keep looking off screen at Jared to see his reaction. He's just grinning ear to ear thinking this is hilarious. All right, what do we have? We've got, there. Man, so much packaging here. Like, I'm gonna get in here. This is gonna happen. This is happening, folks. It's not happening, man. All right, so here's our elevators and horizontal stabs. Again, it's a LiPo hinge. That's not a surprise for a plane this size at all. And again, there is no sparring whatsoever. There are some little holes in here. Maybe that's to encourage the glue to create a little quasi spar. Here's our little hardware pack. We've got our servo horns and rods. Whew. All right. Final moment of truth. Come on, you got this. This isn't much smaller than that beautiful free wing I've been flying. Up until Zach crashed it. Poor plane. That's okay. She'll fly again. Oh, there we go. Tiny little battery hatch. Look at this thing. I don't know if you can see that well. That's like small, but I'm seeing a lot of wires. EDF pre-installed. They sent a plug and play despite the ARF packaging. So, joke's on Jared. This is going to be an easier build than he thought. Better get the better get the nose cone out of here. The rest of this is just come on. There we go. F-22 by BlitzRCWorks. Decent decals. I mean, for the size, that's respectable. No attempt at gear whatsoever. Definitely a belly lander, and it's going to need some reinforcing along here just to keep the foam from getting shredded. But yeah, all right. Well, we're gonna.
Now, here's the real kicker.
Oh no, the kicker.
It was only $109.
This was only $109.
Only $109 with the gyro.
Oh, okay, with the gyro, 109. So what you're telling me, Jared, is that we're thinking this may compare to my Freewing F-22?
Oh, no way on earth. I know what you're about to build. You haven't read the manual yet.
Oh no. All right, folks. I'm gonna finish getting this plastic wrap off of all these pieces. We're gonna go to a time lapse. We'll talk about what we see when we're done. we got her together. You know, there were some minor hang-ups, especially with the gyro. Holy cow, that thing was hard to figure out. You know, maybe some documentation on where the signal wire goes. Yeah, that would have helped, like, a lot. Anyway, let's get into this thing. Battery hatch is super tiny, as we commented before. Those of you who are super observant may have seen the smoke pouring out of her when we tried running her up on the recommended battery. Our wires were just too thin of a gauge, so we had to go to a larger battery, but I think that's going to work all right. The power leads. I've got to briefly touch on the power leads. The system they had in here has to be the dumbest power system I've ever seen. It was one male and one female bullet connector. And looking at the manual, the battery was meant to have the same, which means you could literally plug the battery back into itself. Heaven help the uninitiated, the people who don't really understand that that's a bad idea, because they're going to learn real fast. I really, really hope they don't sell those batteries, because wow, that's like a fire hazard waiting to happen. Yeah, so we ended up swapping out those connectors for our preferred XT60s, not just because of the preference, but also for safety. I don't think I would ever trust a battery that could plug into itself, and having an ESC that can plug into itself means a battery can too, so it's just a bad idea. Anyway, moving on. We've got some massive gaps here in the wings. I'm not a fan of that, but I'm sure it was meant to like encourage a dihedral in them, but I could not get them even to save my life. Yeah, so she is what she is. Some minor crushing here on the back, despite the fact that the entire plane had been taped, almost super glued into the box. That shouldn't impact flight performance too much. But here's the cool, well, I shouldn't say cool, here's the interesting thing. You gotta check out how these linkages are done. We've got a grand total of 2 servos doing a modified aileron configuration. Yeah, that's going to be really interesting to try to fly. I've recently started doing some wings with that little crafty ME-163. This is going to be a whole new world of that. Hopefully it flies well. We're going to find out. Yeah, calm down. Calm down. That gyro is trying to stabilize her so that we can do your little thrust check for you. Here we go. Will she even fly herself off the table? Well, she'll try anyway. Yeah. This is a super tiny little plane. Not exactly the most detail in the cockpit, but at this size scale, okay, at the size scale, I don't expect it. At the price point, I at least want a sticker in there to show some dials on the, you know, on the control surfaces, but it is what it is. We're gonna get out. We're gonna give this thing a maiden toss. Hopefully she comes back in one piece. If not, well, we can always fix that. Anyway, from us here at Angry Zeppelin, keep flying.
So as you can see, there's a fair degree of commitment that we at Angry Zeppelin have for you, our viewers.
It's so true. All of this comes out of our own pockets, so please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and let us know in the comments down below what else you'd like to see here on Angry Zeppelin.
Until next time, keep flying!
I have no, well, and not just that, but the 20-ounce bottles, the formula changes between batches a lot more than the 2 liters do.
Yeah, I agree.
You'll have 2 bottles and they taste completely different between each other.
One has more syrup than the other.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.